Haven't done any dual version videos for a while, so I decided why not make this one. Hello and welcome to a look at Narc for the Commodore 64 and later the Amiga version, an arcade conversion released by Ocean Software of a Williams original, in which you play one or two couples, because you can play two players simultaneously, who are set out to clean up the streets and defeat Mr. Big. In order to do so, you have your trusty assault rifle thing with a grenade, missile, rocket launcher attachment, and you can use either a weapon to take out the bad guys. You can also arrest them by standing on top of them, and the arrest will take place automatically. If you look at the top left corner, you can see you have your ammunition count, your missile count, the crack count, which is the drug you are confiscating, the money count, and underneath that the amount of arrests you've done. These will be awarded as bonus once you've completed a full level. Each level is divided into subsections, and usually you have to find some sort of pass card thing in order to exit the level. From a graphical point of view, the game is perfectly acceptable. It's not special, but it definitely doesn't look bad at all, and everything moves relatively smoothly. I have noticed some slowdowns, but nothing dramatically. The sound, the version will not play music and sound effects at the same time. That's why I'm giving you two clips of level 1. But the music is actually quite enjoyable. It seems to fit the game quite well. I don't know whether it's a set version of the arcade original, because I've seen the arcade but I've never played it. I can't remember hearing it. But overall the sound design in general is quite decent. The controls are wonky as hell. You shoot by pressing the fire button, which is perfectly fine, and then you hold down the fire button for an extended period of time in order to release a rocket missile thing. But of course, because you can move left, right, and up and down on the screen, you have to employ certain joystick gymnastics in order to do a simple thing like a jump. You have to censor the joystick, press fire, and push up, which of course is always interesting. Infinitely respawning enemies, limited ammo, psychic enemies. They always seem to know exactly what line of the screen you're standing on and always seem to be able to locate you and hit you. It sort of makes for a not very enjoyable gaming experience. And the game is fine in and by itself, but the overall gaming experience is not exactly enjoyable. It just feels like you are constantly struggling with ammunition, and even though you can still shoot, you will always retain your last bullet. When you haven't got an environment with that one bullet, you will shoot very slowly. And the game just feels like it had potential, but wasn't completed at a high enough level. So let us switch to the Amiga version of the same game and listen to this.
You're busted. You're busted. You're busted.
Oh no, the knife, man! Oh no, the knife, man!
You're busted.
Don't know about the rest of you, but I didn't find that music particularly inspiring or interesting. The Amiga version of the same game. An interesting observation is you haven't got a title screen, you've got a high score list, and then it goes back to playing that music. So you can't see who's guilty of making this game. I'm actually making it sound worse than it is because I have a massive issue with this game on the Amiga version. I had issues with the Commodore 64 version, but the issues I'm having with the Amiga version is on the gameplay level more so than anything. The thing is, it's not a bad game. I know it's not. It's mindless. Shoot down bad guys. Um, get headlines in the press because you can blow people up with rockets. There was a lot of people being very, very angered by the fact that the game allowed you to blow up pixels. Very distasteful. But as an action game, it actually plays quite well. It has the same control issues as the Commodore 64 version because, of course, you can again move up, down, left, right. So you have to do wonky things in order to jump. But of course, because of the dogs present in this game, which you can only hit by crouching, you have another factor you have to deal with when it comes to the controls. The graphics are perfectly okay, again, like the Commodore 64 version, nothing spectacular, but definitely not bad at all. I would happily play this game from a graphical point of view. The sound is not exactly amazing, but again, it serves its purpose, it's perfectly acceptable, and I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. The controls, wonky, extremely wonky. They are responsive, but they're wonky. But that's not my overriding issue with this game. The interface, if you look at it, is roughly the same as on the Commodore 64 version. The gameplay, though, is marred by two factors which are extremely frustrating. Your ammunition is even more limited in the Amiga version than it is in the Commodore 64 version. If you arrest someone in the Commodore 64 version, you get ammunition or missiles or money or something for arresting them. You get the bust and you get money or the drug substance you are confiscating, but you don't get any ammunition on the Amiga version, which means that you end up in a situation where you're constantly running out of ammunition. Constantly respawning enemies means that you have to shoot a lot, and you don't have the ammunition to do so. Lovely. But you know what? I could even tolerate that. The one thing that ruins this version for me completely and utterly is man's best friend. The amount of dogs in this game is ridiculously stupid. Because of course you have to crouch in order to shoot them. You don't actually kill them, they just run around in small form because of course it's perfectly okay to blow up human beings, but a dog you can't hurt. I'm not saying that anyone should ever hurt anyone or any kind, whether it's people, dogs, cats, whatever, but you know what I mean. It just seems a bit bizarre. But these dogs which apparently are attacking you, even though it looks more like they're trying to hump your leg, completely and utterly floods the screen at certain points of the levels, making the game ridiculously unplayable. Remove the dogs, be more generous with ammunition, and I would actually like this game, but as it stands, it just plays rubbishly. And on that note, thanks for watching, take care, see you next time, bye bye for now.